All right.
Yeah, everybody. Thank you for being about the business tonight, wherever you at. Good morning, evening, afternoon. Man, we going to start off something real beautiful tonight, man. We going to kick it. You like how I said that? We got Kick 5000 in the building. You know what I
What's
mean?
up? What's
Artist
up?
out of FLA, man. We going to talk a little bit about his history, his single, some
That's
of his
right.
past projects, what
Mm-hmm.
he doing now, all the above, man. So that's where we at, man. So we want to get a chance. Let's talk about my man Kick 5000. How you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing terrific, man. It's a pleasure to be on your platform. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you for checking out the record. I think this is super dope, and I'm glad to be here.
That's what's up. Now, a lot of cats, they do things different. They try to get into different lanes. Now, you got into a lane with the record pools and putting your music to give it to other DJs, other outlets. How did you wise up to do that, or is that part of your everyday structure when you put your music out?
That's a good question. I would say I live in Florida, Miami, which is it's a place where you got to get creative. A lot of musicians out of Florida usually start their own record labels or whatever. So I met a guy who actually found me on Reverb Nation. His name is Trax, Lance Trax. He's
Okay.
out of Atlanta, and he did like a blast for me. Like he was working with me like a partner. So he taught me a lot of things that I needed to have as an individual, as an independent artist, like registering for certain websites, making sure my apps cap is okay. And then also, you need to be able to work both fields. I think the internet is a universal field, and
Yep.
then there's still room for the old school. What's up, DJ? This my record. Working it locally.
And that's pushing the needle because it pushed your content up to me, I don't know, 2, 3 thousand miles away. Cause
Yeah.
the record pool cats send me your joints or joints of other artists, so we can listen to them and say, "Oh, let's push the button on this dude." And
Yeah.
how has the response been? The cats on the other end receiving your music and give you a chance to push the button.
I think it's been good with this record, because I think the journey of looking for a certain sound, based on the destination that you're in, because I'm in South Florida, so like the history of Florida is a lot of Uncle Luke, a lot of Pac Jam, a lot of booty shaking, you know what I'm saying, a lot of
Yeah,
strip clubs. Like we just go to the strip club just to hang out, get a couple drinks or whatever. So when you in that environment, like you're going to be motivated to like generate that type of music. So I normally don't try to make like club hits or whatever.
hmm
So that particular song is just like me previously being in a group with three other individuals and just knowing what I need to have for an album. So that was like one of the last records I did for my last album, which is called Frequencies.
So, what that being said, the single sync is what we're talking about now, and that sounds like a straight club joint with the sync. You know what I mean? Turn it
Yeah,
on the sync.
yeah. Yeah.
So that
It
sounds like one of them joints that was straight for that.
yeah, one of my partners always tell me that he thinks that I make good club records. Honestly, I was not trying to make a club record. I was just thinking like a lot of females, like when you ask for a picture from a female, they usually like sit on the sink and send you a picture. So I was just thinking to myself, like, yo, if I could turn that into like a song, like, yo, that'll definitely be catchy.
That's what's up. Now you're down in FLA. How's the weather down there? We up here in Massachusetts. We just want warm thoughts, man. You know what I mean?
Well,
About to step out after this to 20, 19, 17 degrees. It's gonna be something nice. It ain't gonna be nice. Talk to me about
uh,
that the situation down there. How's your everyday? How's your everyday in the Florida Sunshine State?
Florida is good, man. Florida got motion. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of individuals down here that I mess with for a very long time. A lot of good connections that I've made since I've been here. And as far as our weather, it's always going to be sunshine. We don't really get too many seasons. As of today, it's a little gloomy. You know what I'm saying? Probably like a normal New York day before it starts snowing or something like that. But it's definitely feasible. You don't need a jacket. You know what I'm saying? The sun comes out at like 2. So the weather's always good. And with good weather, you can make good music.
All right, now talk a little bit about the history of some of that good music. Now there was, I don't know, some type of fashion consultant. I don't know, maybe he was a designer or something. I see some designer stuff going on.
Oh,
Talk a
yeah.
little bit about the history of you with designer, man, and you know that song.
Oh, designer. So I can tell you the thing about that is that song came about because designer made Panda. And when I heard Panda, I was so addicted to it. I was like, I don't know what this is, but this is just like addictive. It was the flow, it was the beat. It's a up north guy. It's not even a down south dude, and he
Right,
sound like Future, and he is just going off. So when after that song blew, I was like, I kind of need something to, because I love fashion. Everybody loves fashion. My whole family loves fashion. I actually will design clothes if I had to.
right.
So when I thought about designer, the way how he spelled his name, he had two eyes in there. So I was like, you know what? Part of the song is just repeating the chorus anyway. So I was just like, designer. And then at that time, I was listening to a lot of Atlanta music. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Sauce Walker, Famous Dex, um, Jose Guapo. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
all them boys, Quavo, them Migos, all that. So I kind of started to gain a vernacular that was like more down south. So that one right there, I will call that special shout outs to this boy because he don't get a lot of shout outs. Johnny Cinco in Atlanta, he got a nice little flow.
Big up
So
to Johnny Cinco.
he inspired that for me.
He put that together for you. That's dope, man. I like to get
Well,
the
well,
history
he ain't
lessons
put it
about.
together, but he, based on me listening to his stuff, I was able to come up with designer from that.
Okay, but that's dope because sometimes we don't know the history sometimes in cats, and that was a nice song for you. You know what
Oh
I
yeah,
mean?
designer was a nice song. Designer is still popping. They like it.
That's what's up. And now we're 5, 10 years, 7 years later. You know,
Yeah,
we're a little bit away from designer.
yeah,
We're here now with sync.
yes.
And sync is the button now. We're pushing the button on sync,
Think
and
is the
we
button.
want to give us your take on the flow or the trajectory since you put it out to where you at now with sync.
I think sync is basically what I was looking for as far as like just organic people just gravitating towards that record, or somebody just hearing it and just being amazed and just trying to figure out like, well, how did you come up with this? Very catchy. Like I said, inspired by female pitches, and I am a Scorpio, so I got a little freakiness in me too, and
Oh
you know what
shit! Watch out,
yeah.
boy! You go
um,
viral with stuff like that. Talk about
what
the
I what I what I when I think about sync, it makes me think about like when you're going on a 2 man with your homeboy or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just describing like that type of night. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And it's something that you can bop to if you were a female, or if you were male, you could play it while you with your female. I feel like it's very unisex.
That's what's up, man. And the video's pretty graphic. You put something together for that. They got
Well,
something on it
actually,
that looks animated. I
they
don't know if
got
you
it's
had
a
anything to do with that.
that's a little that's actually the evolution for me for like lyric videos. Like I do lyric videos still just because people need to know the lyrics to your song, especially if it's popping or whatever.
Right.
But that is like a motion lyric video that I just discovered. Like some creator on Fiverr did it, so I was like, I don't see too many of these type videos. Maybe I've seen like one or two. So Sync was that kind of record that I felt like I could do that for.
That's what's up. Now talk about your camp down there. Talk about some of the people that do the productions, your artwork. You know, talk about some of the people you want to give props to that's in the background behind the scenes that help you gravitate to the level you at now.
Most definitely. I mean, I think that we got to give shout outs to the people that inspire me, that got me even started rapping. TFO, he's a artist out of Tampa. He out there doing his own thing. He actually got a show coming out. We got Super Mega. He's a rapper slash battle rapper. You probably could see him on your local battle rap YouTube station, stuff like that. Shout out to Sarcasm, Goonsville. Sarcasm
Right,
work
your
with
label. We gonna big up. We gonna talk about your label after you give your shout outs and all of that. But
yeah,
go,
yeah,
go
yeah,
back.
yeah,
Sorry
yeah.
to cut you off.
No, no, you good. Shout out to Sarcasm. You know what I'm saying? He worked with Pretty Ricky, a lot of other artists in Florida. He been working with the Goons and definitely helped us get to these certain points. I want to shout out Andron, David Lynn. Them boys was with Po Boy. You know what I'm saying? And shout out the artists that I've been working with, been grooming, been having, and Kazi. Two artists y'all should probably be on the lookout for. They're pretty special, and when the world gets introduced to them, I'm sure they will take them in. They've been featured on a couple of tracks with me. Shout out my boy Class Money. He's doing big things right now. Just got featured on MTV. Got a song with Mike Smith. That's going crazy. We usually do stuff together all the time. Very good camp. Very humble camp. We all working.
Now, Goons. What is it? Goonsville Entertainment.
Goonsville Entertainment. Yes,
Talk
sir.
of how
Yes.
that got started. How did that all come together?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Part of the people that I shot out, Goonsville is a label brother of four. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It's three rappers. Well, excuse me, four rappers. I'm one of the rappers as well. We started that probably like in 2002. We started that label out the living rooms. You know what I'm saying? Just off of the strength that we all like movies, and Goonies was one of the movies that we liked. So we
Well,
named
I'm
our
glad you cleared that up because I was thinking y'all was the brolic dudes, but y'all like the movie
oh,
Goonies.
listen, it goes a long way. There's plenty of stories about us doing that as well. Nothing that you
Ri-
have to brag
Right,
about,
right.
but
We don't
in
need
the
to
street
talk
they
about that,
know.
but
They
it's
know.
something that
Yes.
is in the DNA. So don't get it
Oh,
twisted.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure. They got stories. They got plenty of stories about us for sure. So it definitely is together the movie, but real life for real.
All right, that's what's up. Now you talked about your family. Are you a family man, or you running, ripping, and running out in the world? How we do when you come home? How is your night after the studio sessions, or how do you rest up, or how do you put your energizer battery to get going in the day?
Oh, man, I work out probably like 6 out of 7 days a week. Uh, I meditate. You feel me? I definitely take time of myself. I self care. You know what I'm saying? I'm very big on mental health. Definitely, I read. I paint. You know, I just take some time to myself. Family wise, I am single. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have like family like that, but you know what I'm saying. I do have siblings. I do have brothers. I do have uncles, aunties, and stuff like that. But as far as me, when I come home, I mean, I really just listen to my records, especially after the studio, because I need to make sure that what I've created is within a space that I don't have to go back, because I don't fix my records. Like, I'm a one time recorder. When I do a song, that's it.
Right. And I like the fact that you have this positive energy that keeps you going.
Oh yeah.
Single man, siblings, this, that. But the history of who you are, coming from the childhood that you had coming up,
Oh
losing people early in life,
yeah.
going through the system,
Yeah.
the criminal side, but sometimes they
Yeah.
criminalize you
Yeah.
when you become a ward of the state.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Um, I figured it's like this, right? That portion of my life, which was like between 4 years, where it was a roller coaster because I went from having possibly every and anything a kid could want
Right.
to reality flip to not having anything. You feel me?
Right.
So you got a choice, right? You can either take that moment and let it dissolve you into nothing, or you could take that moment and say, well, this is a great moment to show everybody that like I could still become something without the nurture of the mom and dad with their thumbprint on me, because they had already imprinted everything that I needed to know as far as knowledge. I
Right.
had a very good mother. She was very good to the point that like she taught me how to do everything. Very self sufficient.
And that's what's up, man, because that progressed you to be the man you are today.
Oh,
Because
definitely.
those trials and tribulations of our lives, the way we get involved and or not involved, and family, and how family structure stabilizes us, destabilizes us. We still have to
Hmm.
go through and be on the other side of all of that.
Facts.
Sounds